Morning, morning, morning. Well, what an adventure this month has been. Breast Cancer Awareness Month in October, and here we are on day 31. So my prayers and thoughts are with all of you who are struggling and fighting breast cancer and any kind of cancer, and also just really rooting for you if you're a survivor, that we all stay healthy and take care of ourselves. So this month has been 31 days of pink ribbon Pilates with me, Carla Armour. Well, those of you who know, who have been watching my posts and know of me from before, I am a personal trainer, a Pilates instructor. I'm comprehensively trained on the equipment and everything, and I work at a studio here in England, in Hove, Barefoot Pilates studio, and as well as purely Pilates studio here in Hove. I also have my online business, giving Pilates classes and life coaching, well-being coaching, just helping women to be their best, get their authentic voice, and just rock their world. But I really have been dedicated to this month of Pink Ribbon Pilates so that we could raise some funds for the Dominica Cancer Society, obviously Dominica, and the work that they do supporting cancer victims and their families and their survivors as well. So if you can, there's links to their bank account. There's information about their bank account in Dominica, and there's a link to a PayPal pool that I have opened that you can feel free to donate to them, and all funds go directly to their work. So just thank you in advance, and to share this video. I have now 31 videos in 3 different events, and I will be putting that all onto YouTube that you can continue to enjoy them, and they're Pilates based exercises. So today, on our 31st day of Pink Ribbon Pilates, I wanted to go through sort of a semi-workshop and movement session, and really looking at the issue of ease and please. Please as in being pleasures, and understanding how to ease out of dis-ease in your body, mind and spirit. And as Mr. Pilates says, the first requisite to happiness is a healthy body and a healthy mind. Okay, so in Pilates we think about getting into our body and really connecting all the neural patterns and repatterning so that our body understands how to release tension and stress. Maybe it's in your neck, your shoulders, maybe it's migraines, maybe it's some of people are period cramps, some people are even the PMS. If you can get your toxins flowing, people are going through menopause, it has helped that as well, with just regulating how your hormones are flowing in your body. A lot of the Pilates that I do is also looking at how you can identify areas in your body and do certain little things with your body, with your touch, somatic Pilates for instance, where you are touching but you're also sending messages to your body, messages of accomplishment, messages of love and tenderness, and therefore you are secreting more happy hormones, as they're called, like oxytocin, serotonin, also some dopamine when we accomplish the exercises. And obviously after we move, we always get those endorphins, which is called the happy cocktail or dose. Yes, the dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins is a dose hormones, if you think of them as an acronym. So in moving today, if you have a ball, I've taken the ball already. I'm going to also go through some of the equipment that I use in my classes. If you have a ball, it could be just a kid's ball as well. These balls, I mean, if it's just for you, you can just get a child's ball. Not everything you want to be putting a lot of pressure onto a ball that's not made for it, so you have to be careful with that. But for this purposes of this exercises today, we can do them without a ball or with a ball. Okay, we also have some slightly weighted balls here. Okay, this one is a MAD brand, and this balls are actually the same weight as a can of beans. This is a can of black eyed peas. Obviously, in my household, we have those black eyed peas and the red beans for making rice and peas. My son actually loves to make that with his coconut milk. So this is half a kilo. This is also half a kilo. So you can find that using the can of beans can help you with your exercises and your movements, and just add a little bit of resistance to that. You could also get some weights, but I wouldn't advise using more than about 1.5 kilos for some of these, because a lot of the Pilates exercises we do are in eccentric phase, which means that the muscles and joints are lengthened, and if you are not strong enough and you try to overweight, you could get a little bit of tension in the joints. We also have the bands that we use in the classes. You can have the bands that are looped, which you can use around your legs, etc., or even with the arms for your back. You can use them for many things. Just showing you this quickly, but we're not really going to use them because some of you may not have that. But it's good if you want to continue with some classes with me. On my YouTube, you find sometimes I'm using these bands. These are also some bands. Again, they all come in different strengths. You don't want to have the super, super strong ones unless you're really trying to build a lot of muscles, because then you find that you tend to work into your neck and shoulders, and they could just give you more migraines and stuff like that anyway. So yeah, so that's just a few things I wanted to point out here today. And I think it's about time that we get moving then, because we've already used about 5-6 minutes of our time. So let's work for a nice 15 minutes into the next sessions of movements. So I'm going to start sitting down with my feet in front of me, and you will see that my feet are together and my knees are apart. Okay, now you don't need the ball for this, but you can use it if you have a ball or even some pillows at home. So I'm doing the same thing. I just want to show you the side view. And I'm going to put my ball behind my tailbone so that I can lean slightly into the ball, okay? Hopefully it will stay put. Some of them are very slippery. Okay, so I'll just sit there, and I want to bring my hands around my shins, and that's the first way I'm going to let go of the ball. Just the first thing I do to just allow you to caress your body, caress your legs, and be present with your body at this time. Acknowledge your beautiful body and tell yourself how beautiful you are and how capable you are, and start to release this joy and happiness and acceptance into your body, into yourself, into your mind. Okay, so we'll start with that, especially when we've been hit some blows, with illnesses and different traumas. It's good to remind ourselves that we are resilient and we can get through this. We are beautifully, miraculously created, so we can manage. Okay, just remind yourself that. And then I'm going to breathe into my back, just filling my ribs with air, thinking about the lungs expanding into the ribs, into the back and the side of the ribs. And then as I exhale, I'm just going to draw my belly in and up. Then I'm going to make sure my ball is right behind me. I'm going to inhale again. And then this time I'm going to exhale. I'm going to exhale into the ball. And I'm going to sort of hold that pressure into the ball. And then I'm already engaging into my abdominals as I'm here, okay? So I'm going to get my ball just into my lower back, but also just about to mid-back as well. So you have it span there. I'm going to bring my feet in. So then what I'm going to do is take my arms in front of me, press my feet together. I'm going to inhale into the ball, and as I inhale, I'm going to extend my spine and bring my arms up so that I'm working into the top of my abs. And then as I exhale, I'm going to nod my chin in, I'm going to break at my breastbone and try to peel off the ball. I'm actually not going to peel off the ball, but I'm going to feel as if I want to peel off the ball. And then I'm going to come back down, and each time you can come back a little further, feeling the give and the ease of the ball underneath you. And you exhale to pull the belly in. I'm tucking my tailbone underneath me slightly so my lower back is rounded. I'm going to inhale again, reaching out there. I'm still pressing my feet together as I exhale. It's really important to feel the connection between the feet that connects up through the inner thighs to that pelvic floor, into the pubis. Feel the connection from breastbone to pubis as you reach back and you come up. Now you can be doing this without the ball, but instead of doing the extension, you will just be keeping your arms in front of you. Okay, so if I didn't have the ball, what I would be doing, I would just be going here. If you're strong enough, you can lift your arms, but it is much more difficult. And then I would just be coming back up into a nice lengthened C curve. And I would be rolling back down. The ball really gives you a nice sensation of easing into something. So it's really quite a nice feeling to ease into that ball. And then also apply that extension that just gets the back nice and long and engages into the top fibers of the abdominal wall and pulls the ribcage in and down. Let's go one more like that. Imagine you didn't have a ball, you would be here, and then you would scoop yourself back up. Reaching up and over that waist, we're going to tuck that chin in as well and reach for those ankles. Beautiful. Now this time we're going to roll back again. I'm going to come back onto my ball, and then if you didn't have a ball, you would stay here and your arms would go behind your head, and you would just gently pushing the feet together and keeping the legs straight, pull from side to side and twist, just feeling the abdominals ringing at the waist. Center. Now if I didn't have the ball, I would be twist and center and twist. We want to go for about 6 sets of these. This is a lot of work, so if this feels too challenging for you, you simply come up a little higher, okay, or you sit up nice and tall. Let's do one more side, twist. I'm going to come to center, I'm going to reach my arms out, and I'm going to reach up, 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 up. Reaching for those ankles, breathing into the back. I'm going to lift my spine all the way. Good. So this time, I'm going to make sure that my ball close by. I'm going to go all the way down now onto the mat. Inhaling and exhaling to round the spine down all the way. Very nice. Now I'm going to place my ball underneath my feet. Again, you can have your feet straight on the mat. All right. But what I'm going to try to do is to feel the even pressure of the feet on the ball, because always one side of the body is stronger than the other. So it's nice for you to feel what's happening with your body. Do you want to grip one side, or can you allow that to let go? And it's a really nice sensation of finding that center point and symmetry in the body. So it's nice to have these sort of props that move around with you. So we're going to reach those fingertips nice and long. You inhale, I've found my center, I'm not wobbling too much. And then as I exhale, I'm going to draw my belly in. I'm feeling the sensation that I want to press into the ball, because obviously I'm connecting into the crease of my bum here, which is the back, getting into the back of that pelvic floor. And then I'm going to release that all the way out to neutral. When you release that to neutral, allow the ball to roll away slightly. You will allow those knees to open slightly. And I want you to surrender the pelvic floor completely. Okay, this should feel very sensual and really just pleasurable as you breathing into the rib cage and you feel that expansion into the ribs, and as you exhale you engage into the feet and you pull that pubis up and you feel the pelvic floor lift inside of you. You really just feel that lift and support from inside. Your lower back should lengthen out onto the mat. Take it easy with this, guys. We don't have to be aggressive with the body. And then we're going to let go of that nice sensation of release and surrendering. Sometimes these deep intrinsic connections, yeah, is what's most important, rather than pushing the periphery and the outside, periphery of the body. We're more interested in the deep internal connections here. Good. And then last time I'm going to release that all the way out to neutral, all the way. Good. Now I'm going to take my ball from underneath me, and I'm going to take it up in between my knees. Now if you have a cushion, you could use a cushion. If you don't have a ball, it would be nice to have a cushion at this point, and you would roll your cushion over so it's a little bit thicker. I'm going to press my feet into the mat, and I'm going to take that up a little bit higher this time as I roll my pubis up, and I'm going to press into my feet, into the back of my thighs, and just roll yourself up into a nice bridge. I want to be sending my kneecaps over my shins, so I feel that nice length through the body. I want to feel as if I'm ironing out the space between my hips and my thighs. So I'm really getting an extension, nice long line into my quadriceps, into my iliacus, all these muscles of the hip flexors that are always tight when you're sitting down. I will hold that for about 3 breaths. That's why I'm talking, for you to hold it there. And then when you're ready, think of articulating the spine from the throat, one bone at a time as you come back down, to release each vertebra down. I like to think of kissing the mat with each vertebra as if you were kissing a sleeping baby. And let's come up again, all right? We're going to do that again. I'm going to take a breath into the rib cage, feel that opening nicely there. And I'm going to go ahead and press the feet into the mat, press into the back of those thighs. I'm using the abs as well, and I'm pushing myself up nice and big. Good. Now once you're here, what you're going to do this time for me is push your pelvis nice and high, and I'm going to release a little bit of pressure on the ball to turn my feet open slightly, and then I'm going to squeeze onto the ball, and I'm going to do 6 of these, okay? So I'm opening and closing my thighs. I want to feel the wrapping of my thigh bone, my femurs, into the joints, and getting the whole hip working and thinking about the length of the opening. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please lengthen through the back. So I'm pushing the pubis up. I'm not arching my rib cage up, okay? I could be like this and I'll be arching my back, but I don't want to do that. I want to be lengthening my spine in a nice long line, pressing. Let's go one more. So I have to really feel those inner thighs and those glutes. So let's hold that there and coming down from the throat all the way down to neutral. All the way down and resting that to neutral. Beautiful. This time I'm going to come up again into a nice chest lift, and let's grab the cushion or ball from between your legs so that we can lift the legs here. This time I'm going to put my cushion or ball, depending on what you have, in between my ankles and hold my legs at 90-90. Beautiful. Flattening out those tummies. Let's start to engage into the arms and the shoulder joints as well. So I'm pressing into my ankles, my knees are over my hips, and I'm just going to circle my arms first to just get that nice stretch into my shoulders. Let's go about 3 in each direction, okay? Just feeling that the shoulders don't lift to the ears and the rib cage stays melted. It's just the arms that are moving, okay? Really try to identify that it's just the arms moving. We're really zipping up those tummies nicely and just the arms moving. I'm going to nod my chin now and lift my head, neck and shoulders and reach towards that wall as I hollow out the tummy there. I'm going to circle my arms again and I'm going to reach down, and again I'm going to come up and scoop my tummy in. So you want to be keeping those tummies nice and flat as you do these. Reaching up, sucking that tummy flat and reaching up. And you're working into those shoulders as well as you reaching up. Beautiful. Let's go one more here. Squeezing into those ankles, feeling those inner thighs nice. Beautiful. And this time, let's take the hands behind the head. We scoop the chin up. And as we come up, we're going to lengthen those legs, reach that out. And as we come down, we're going to pull the neck long and nice, bring those knees in, and press up. Reach those legs. Feel working into the front of those thighs as well. And reaching up. Suck that tummy flat. And pull that in. And reaching up. And zipping up. Now we're going for 3 more. If you have access to it, take the legs a little lower. Flattening the tummy. And take the head nice and high. Chest is high. Legs get a little bit lower. Let's go one more here. Squeezing into the legs, feeling the quadriceps working in the front of the thighs, and drawing that in. Beautiful. This time let's go all the way up and to the top with the legs. We send the legs up and we lift. And we're going to twist that leg to stretch into that hamstring and twist it to the center. And twist it again. Now, even if you don't have a ball, you can still do this, yeah? You can still just twist those legs around, really reaching it around nicely. Feeling that stretch. You can add also a flex into the feet, lifting into the chest, so your shoulder blades are lifted, and you're just reaching and feeling that stretch into the back of the legs. It's big work, really nice. Hold the legs to center, bend those knees, and reach the head, neck, and shoulders down. Very nice. Keeping the arms nice and wide now, we're going to let the one hip roll to the side, and then draw that to center. Let the other hip roll to the other side, making sure that the hip lifts so the knees try to reach over each other, zipping up. Let's go to the other side, zipping up there. Beautiful. And center. This is so delicious. And reaching over. It just feels so strong into the waist. The control to hold that there is just delicious. Now pause there. You're going to take your head up again, reaching up. Now what you're going to do, you're going to tap those legs down. And as you come up, we're going to twist. And tap the legs down. As you come up, you're going to twist. Now, if you don't have access to take it all the way down, you don't have to take it all the way down. You can just take it here halfway and then bring it back up, okay? Tapping it down and twisting across. Let's go one more. Tap and twist it across. Let's take it to center. Tap those legs down and head, neck and shoulders go down. Beautiful. Send the legs a little bit further away from you. You're going to reach those arms behind you. Lift your arms, lift your chest, and let's go ahead and peel ourselves up, all the way up. And then I'm going to send my legs long so I can grab hold of my ball there. I'm going to take my legs hip distance apart or shoulder width apart, a little bit, not as wide as the mat. And I'm just going to roll out with that ball. And then I'm going to roll it in and open my chin, open my chest, open my waist. I'm going to round my tailbone around my chin and rolling out, rounding out. And rolling back in. All the way. And let's go another set. Rounding to roll out. Beautiful. This time we open the chin, open the chest into a nice flat back. Inhale. And exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale there. And curling up all the way. Nice and tall. Good. Take that ball up. Shoulders stay down. Sitting nice and tall. You can bend your knees if you need to. You're going to twist and center. And twist and center. Think of lifting up and out of the waist. Think of the legs staying nice and still. And center. Let's take the ball in front this time. And twist and center. So you're working a lot into those back muscles. Working into the waist. Big into the core, reaching. And if you didn't have a ball, you could always use your can of beans in front of you or overhead. Beautiful, last side. Reaching, take it there. Let's dive over again and stretch out the back. Feel that opening into the back. Let's go ahead and open the chin, open the chest. You might roll the ball in slightly as you lengthen out into a flat back. Inhale there. Exhale to nod the chin in, rounding the spine, tucking the tailbone in as you roll out further. Inhale, and we're going to come back in, rolling all the way up. Beautiful. Now I did a little bit of talking before, and so I'm going a little bit over time. So let's just take that ball here this time. I'm going to just take it underneath me, and I'm going to roll out with it and just feel that nice length through the side of the body. And rolling up. And I take myself to the other side and roll it out. Beautiful. And take that up and roll it out. Let's take that hand this time, reach the other hand and switch the legs around. Beautiful. Zipping up, I'm going to take that arm out and reach over, roll it up. Feel that length and zipping up. Feel through the body. Lift that arm, reach over. Beautiful. And down. Let's roll that away. Feel deep into that stretch. Bring that in. And last time, reaching up and over. Grab onto that ball. Take that up to center. Sweep the legs out from underneath you. And just reach forward. Put your ball between you and just reach forward and just take a nice stretch over the legs. I'm going to hug onto my ball. I'm going to hug onto my legs. And just tell myself I'm going to use my thighs, my arms as a little pillow. And just tell myself thank you for this nice short little session. But I can assure you, if you do it, you will feel your legs, you will feel your hips, you will definitely feel your abs and your back. So I enjoyed that. I hope you did too. And even if you're watching it after, live. But yeah, so I hope everybody stays healthy and happy. And yeah, have a safe weekend. Bye.